Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Chris and I'm the camping stitcher here on YouTube and on Instagram. I keep forgetting to say that. I know a lot of you are over here because you're on Instagram and you follow me, but I figure I should probably say all the things. So, hi, how are you? Welcome if you're new here. Appreciate you stopping by. If you are returning, thank you so much for putting up with my jibber jabber. So today is September 24th. It is my Flosstube number 12. And I'm back with some FFOs, some WIPs, some plans, a whole bunch of stuff. So hope I don't talk too fast or zoom through it, but happy fall. I am so happy that it is finally cooler out, although this morning we were in the upper 30s, which was kind of shocking since it's just turned fall. But I think the temps will come up a little bit at night. And we haven't had a frost yet, so which is good because it's only the end of September. But I've been back to work for a couple of weeks now. I work full time as a paraprofessional in a special education class, and this is my 25th year doing that. So, yeah, it's kind of kicking my butt this year a little bit. Getting used to the routine is taking a little bit longer, but we'll get there. I've been doing it for a while, so it's just, a dream of retirement, but we'll see. Someday. Anyway, I have a list here, and I have to keep remembering to look at this little dot there because I'm looking all over the place. I added a light to my YouTubing repertoire. I didn't want to get a ring light because I wear glasses, but I'm not sure about this light. It's a softbox, so we'll see. Hopefully it makes things look natural and not yellow because my overhead lights made it look yellow. Anyway, so what else is going on? I've gotten a lot of stitching done even though I'm back to work full time. I've been getting up around 5 in the morning and having my coffee and stitching a little bit before work and then a little bit in the evenings, and I've managed to finish 2 things and FFO 2 things, and actually I broke the laws of Flosstube, and one of the things I stitched and finished was actually part of my haul. So I think I want to show you the chart first before I show you the stitching and the finish. This is the Salem Sisters Apothecary by Primrose Cottage Stitches. It is an awesome chart, and I really fast stitch. I started it on the 19th and I finished it this morning, and I FFO'd it this morning as well. I don't know, I've had a burst of finishing energy, so and I like to get things, going to be October soon, I like to get things up and displayed if I can. So, not to rush things, but here is my finish. This is such a cute chart, and I really just enjoyed stitching it. It goes super fast. It's mostly letters. I think the longest it took me, the biggest chunk of time was this little cauldron, but oh my god, so cute. And I used 36 count hog bristle by Fox and Rabbit, which is one of my favorite linens, and the floss I used is my new favorite silk. It's Hand Dyed Fibers by Victoria Clayton. I'm also using these same silks on Harriet Goddard, and they are just fantastic. They are a joy to stitch with. I would like to equate them to something, but I would say they're a cross between MPI and 103s. They're just so nice to work with. They don't slip out of your needle, which I use a 26 tapestry needle when I stitch on 36 count, or sometimes I'll use a 28. And I use Bowen needles. So this just, I love it. This tin was from Hobby Lobby, and I think I got it last year. It says something underneath it. It's got a little saying underneath it. And I don't know if it's still available, but I have the tag for it, so I'll link the Hobby Lobby number underneath. So if you want to try to find it. It fit perfectly. I actually mounted it on acid-free foam board, and I'll link what I use underneath. Oh my god, if I could just stop saying I pinned it according to what I learned from Teresa Vanette, the kitten stitcher. She has posted a video a long time ago, well, not a long time, a few years ago, on how she finishes her stitching and how she mounts it. I'll link that video for you too. Okay, rewind. So I take my foam board and I take some batting, and I use double-sided tape on the foam board, and I just cut the batting to size, same size as the foam board. I think you know, if you want to cut it a little bit larger, you can, just to round those edges, but I knew I was going to put chenille on it. So I just stick it down. I put the double-sided tape, Scotch double-sided tape, I can link that for you too, on the outside, the perimeter of the foam board. I put the batting down, and I center the stitching, and then I put 4 pins, one on the top, one on the bottom, and one on each side, after I've got it pretty much centered, and then I just start working out from each side. I do the long sides first. I don't know if that's, you know, right or wrong, but it's what works for me. So it's pinned underneath here, and then when I'm done, I just use Aleene's tacky glue, and I glued some purple chenille around the edges. So that is my finish of the Salem Sisters Apothecary. It is just so cute. Definitely, it took me less than a week. So, and that's with working full time and not stitching 24 hours around the clock. So if I can do it. Anyway, so that was my first FFO. My second, well, actually, that was my second FFO for the week. My first was my finish on Hands-On Designs Costume Party. Now, I did the chart. I did not do the little party goers yet. I have the perforated paper. But that was a stitch along, a mystery stitch along that Hands-On Design had. You had to sign up for it, and then it was released in, I think, 3 or 4 segments over the course right in the beginning of September. And I kind of slacked off and finally finished it last week. So I did this one with lacing, and I used the foam board, and I used batting on it as well. I'm okay with how it came out. Lacing is not my favorite thing to do. I've just determined that. And I did glue on some of the rickrack because I did get the finishing kit from Lady Dot Creates. That's also came with the perforated paper. So this is my finish on the costume party. It's adorable. I just love it. The eyeballs, the skeleton, the cauldron, the pumpkins. It's so cute. And I just quick made this little bow. My husband made the board for me. I missed out on ordering the finishing board, and I had something that was similar, so he just cut out the board, and he also cut out a stamp. I told him I really wanted it to look like a tombstone, so he cut this slanted stand, and the board fits right in there. And I love it. I'm so happy with how it came out. So that is Costume Party. And I used 1/2 on this 32 count, and it's Silver Mist, and it was the Called For fabric by Fabrics by Stephanie. It was really nice to stitch on. I really didn't think 1/2 looked bad at all. I was happy with it. I just don't like using 2 strands of floss. If I can avoid it, I like to avoid it. So, and that was my other FFO. So I'm trying to stay true to my list, although I did show you those things in reverse. That is it for my FFOs and my finishes. So I've been working on my grandson's stocking, and I have also been working on Harriet Goddard by Hands Across the Sea samplers, and that is also done with hand-dyed fiber silk, which is awesome. And this is where I am on Harriet. I've gotten this quite a bit up above it. I don't know if I'll unroll it a little bit. Yeah, it's a long, narrow sampler, and it's really cute. Really, actually, it's pretty. But I am right in the middle of doing the berry baskets. So there's one on this side, and there's one on this side. And then there's some deer, and there's more motifs at the bottom. But I'm hoping, I don't know if I can do it. I'm hoping to get this finished this week. I don't think it's going to happen. I only have a week left, really. October's going to be here before I know it. And hang on a second. Well, uno momento. So, okay. This is the chart. This is the outside. So here's where I am, and I have all this to do. And I think I'm over optimistic when I say I want to finish it, because this is a lot of stitching. And I'm not sure, but we'll see. I'll try. I mean, I'm not going to rush it. I'm really enjoying stitching it. Oh, there's a lot of glare on it. I'm really enjoying stitching it. The silks are gorgeous. They're beautiful to work with. Hang on. It's this fabric is just Zweigart. Oh, sorry, shook the whole thing. This is Zweigart cream 36 count, and these are the silks, and they are just, I don't know if you can see all the colors. They're gorgeous, and they're beautiful. They stitch so nice. I have a list of kits. If you go to Hand Dyed Fibers, she kits up. She does conversions for a lot of charts. And if you don't see one that that you're looking to do, definitely message her, because I know I think I've seen on her site where she says she will do a conversion for you. But she has a lot of the Hands Across the Sea charts. She has a lot of Blackbird charts already converted. What else was I looking at? I was going to get I think it was for a Brenda Gervais. She has some of her charts converted to the silks, and they're just so nice to work with. Highly recommend them. This is not a paid advertisement, so but and she's super fast shipping. I can see myself having a collection of these silks. They are awesome. They come on little spools, little round. I don't have one right here because I don't like to work off the spool. I'll put them on thread drops, but they come on little tiny spools, and it's just such a great fiber, and the price is phenomenal. So, and to have your charts kitted up and converted for you, you just bam, buy the kit from her, the floss kit, and you're ready to go. There's one Blackbird, I think it's the one with the cat. Not Away We Ride, Midnight Ride, and it's only got like a couple of colors in it, and I was thinking of ordering that one next, because that would be a really neat chart to do for Halloween. And I just did my fall Halloween display this morning in my Hoosier, and it's just, I need to fill some I have too many bigger pieces. I need some littler pieces, so maybe some pillows and stuff to make. So if you have any suggestions for little Halloween pillows or quick little stitches, pop them in the comments below. I'd really like to check them out. Okay. What else? Oh, so I decided to do my floss tube today because the house is absolutely quiet. My husband is at a fire department touch a truck in town, and all the noise is in town, and it's not here. And I don't have, the woodworking workshop going, or the dogs are taking a nap. It's like, it's awesome. Having my sister over later on, and we're going to have some ribs and sides and stuff. So I already got my cleaning done. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just going crazy this morning. Anyway, so okay. I'm jibber jabbering like crazy. I'm sorry. This is what this channel is. Just so you know, like if you came here for organization or flowing presentation, it's not me. Oh, okay. So I made some progress on my grandson's stocking. We're back. We're going right into WIPs now. We're coming into the home stretch. I'm heading into stitching the engine. Here's where Santa goes. And this is the front of the engine. And I think there's a little bit more over there. And then I can start the back stitching and adding, there's crystal snowflakes, and there's some beading on the front of the engine and in some little other areas of it. But then the anxiety-ridden part comes where I have to finish it into a stocking. And anxiety because I'm afraid I'm going to mess it up. And so if you have done a Stony Creek stocking, and you know that because the booklet, I don't really think it has directions. Oh, and I have to put his name up on top, of course, but the booklet, I don't think really has finishing directions. So if you've done a Stony Creek stocking, or where there's like a set of instructions on how to cut it out and finish it, back it, and all that, if you could pop me a comment, I would really appreciate it, because I do not. This is a stitch from the heart, and I don't want to mess it up. So help a stitcher out, and if you've done it, I would really appreciate, what tips, tricks, anything. Would love it. But isn't that, I just love, and this is on 28 count Joblin, and it is 2/2 because it's 28 count, and it's so weird to stitch on this after stitching on 36 count. It's so much bigger, and when you're used to working on 36 count all the time. But I love it. Tomorrow stocking Sunday, so that will be my stitch for tomorrow. And I kind of work on it other times during the week, because I feel like if I put an hour here and an hour there, I just feel like I can get little bits accomplished, and then I'm not going to rush at the end when I want to get it mailed out to them. So I think the biggest thing is going to be those finishing, and I'm a little nervous, but I've been working on that, and at work. So I don't really have a long lunch, but I thought, I think I have like 28 or 30 minutes, but I have been doing the fill-in on Live on Little. Now, I did not iron this. I'm so sorry. But this is where I am. I think since the last time I saw it, I've been filling in the roof. I've done more of the waves. And that sailboat is all filled in. It's hard to really see the sailboat until the rest of the water's filled in. But that rest of the water is going to be filled in. So I could just pick this up and do a couple of lengths of floss in it at lunchtime after I'm done eating, and I feel like I'm making a little headway on it. So really, really enjoying that, though. A lot of filling, and I am avoiding this side of the house entirely. I mean, I enjoyed the brick, but that's a big side of the house. That's a big side. But I really looking forward to. I would love to see this up on my wall. Maybe the beginning of next year. I don't really think it's going to happen by the end of this year, because we don't have that much more to go. So Showed you Harriet, showed you Live on Little, and I showed you this stocking. Now I'm going to talk about haul. Okay, so I've already shown you my primrose chart. Show it again. Highly recommend. Seriously, adorable. I love Primrose Cottage stitches. They are one of my favorite designers. I am part of Teresa Kogut's Patreon, and it's $20 a month, and I'm a tier 4. So there's 4. I think there's only 4 tiers. So there's every tier gets something different. Well, I don't think I'm saying that right. Every tier has different things in it. If the higher you go, you get what your tier has, and I think what the other tiers have. So in tier 4, you get the pattern she puts out for tier 2, 3, and 4, and so on. That's how it works. Highly recommend. You can't buy patterns like this for $20. Just 3 patterns. I mean, it's impossible. She put out for September 3 patterns, and they're beautiful. And also, she's doing a Mystery Sal, Strawberry Manor, and that's actually my other WIP, but I haven't worked on it, so I really shouldn't show it to you, but I already showed it to you last time. I haven't done anything since then. She just put out another part to that too, and I haven't gotten to that. But she put out 3 charts, and this is for tier 3 and 4. It is called Remember Me. It is gorgeous. Her patterns are just amazing. I could stitch just her patterns for the rest of my life probably and never get them done. They're gorgeous. They're just, every single one of them I love. This was for tier 4, and it's called Teach My Heart. And I think this was, I could be wrong. Oh, this is an antique reproduction. It says, if I am right, thy grace impart, still in the right to stay. If I am wrong, oh, teach my heart to find that better way. Isn't that amazing? So sweet. This could be a quick little stitch because it's mostly words and letters. So I think I might have put that on my to-do list soon. And then the last one, which was available to tiers 2, 3, and 4, is called Bristol Haven. Another gorgeous sampler. Love, love, love. Oh my gosh. I just don't have enough stitching hours. So I see I must retire. Okay, you talked me into it. Anyway, so that's my Patreon this month for September. I also ordered, because I have a little crush on Fiber on a Whim right now. I don't know what to say. You need fabric, or else you can't stitch anything. Cafe au lait. Not sure if you can see it. It's really pretty. Another nice neutral. I know the Fox and Rabbit is on its way. The fabric of the month is on its way, and I did order some Needle and Flax, Thornfield, and that's on the way. Stuff is on the way. I am still waiting. Okay, well, first let me do haul, because then we'll get into what I'm waiting for. I did order Stacy Nash Primitives, House of Berries, Chapel Road, Miss Baxter's house. Isn't that cute with the chickens and the log cabin? Now, I have a chart that I designed, and mine has a little log cabin in it. And so when I saw this log cabin, I was like, oh, that's so cute. Hers is 2-story, mine's a 1-story one. But I just love the chickens, the stars, and I love the stars. There's Miss Baxter. This is so cute. And I like the way that it's finished into just, like, it looks like it's just hem stitched around. I think that would be really pretty on a table runner or something. So there's that. Another Stacy Nash, the Butternut House Pin Keep, which might have to get put into the rotation for a small for this fall. Because look at those pumpkins. They are cute. Oh. See? I don't even know I have a fall thing and it's here. But you can leave this up all season. That'd be really... And this one might be quick because it's mostly words and a little border. This is called October's Party by Little House Needleworks. And I just love the saying on it. It says, October gave a party, the leaves by hundreds came, the chestnuts, oaks, and maples, and leaves of every name. The sunshine spread a carpet, and everything was grand. Miss Weather led the dancing, Professor Wind the band. I just love them. That's adorable. Okay, so you guys, you vote. Tell me what you want me to, tell me what I should start. Because tomorrow is Stocking Sunday, but it's also New Start Sunday because I declared it that way. So let me know in the comments. Should I start Butternut House Pin Keep or October's Party? Because I need more fall. And because that wasn't enough, I have Stacy Nash Primitives again, and this is Deck the Coop Pin Keep. Now this I'm going to be doing for this Christmas. I have a lot of Christmas. I just went through my Hoosier this morning to separate all the things because I just kind of put everything away underneath it. And I have a lot of Christmas, but I need this one. I need glary. Sorry. I need this one. You've seen it, I'm sure. Oh, there it is. I also got, I don't know if I showed this the last time. This is Trick or Treat by Cottage Garden Samplings. Oh my god, how cute. You could do this whole thing, or you can do them separate. I don't know what I want to do yet. But I did get the extra floss I needed for that. That came as well. There it is. Ooh. So be aware if you're going to order this chart. I know I spoke about this last time. I ordered it, I think it was Fat Quarter Shop. Now they're doing when you go to a pattern, some of them have all the things you need underneath it, and you can just hit select all. I hit select all, but it didn't, probably my mistake, user error, it didn't have two of each of the charcoal, the Weeks charcoal and the Weeks persimmon that I needed. I only ordered one, so I went back and ordered two more. Easy fix. And then the other things are, I don't know if I showed this already. This is an expo. I might have shown it already, but it's so pretty. I can show it again. This is Hello from Liz Matthews, Autumn Cloche. Unbelievably pretty. I just love her design. She's so talented. Her and her mom. Gosh, so much talent. And that is it for my haul. That's quite enough, but I'm not ashamed to say I'm waiting for a couple of other things. Okay, so I am part of the Facebook group Homespun Needlework. Go on Facebook and look up Homespun. I think it's Homespun Needlework and Cross Stitch, or Homespun Cross Stitch. And anyway, if you're part of that group, they do exclusives. And the last exclusive was the Scarlet House. It was a sampler for all seasons, and it had a reversible pin keep. And I thought about that for the whole month of August and waited till the 28th to order it. So I'm still waiting for my order to get here. So it was an exclusive, so you had to order it by the end of August, or else you that's the only way you can get it. You follow the link in the group, and then you place the order with whatever needle shop they're working with to get the kits. So this was from the Scarlet House, and they were working with Shepherd's Needle. So I am waiting on that. I ordered it with the cottons and the fabric. So hopefully it'll come soon, but I know they had a lot of orders. So They are going to have another exclusive in October, and this one is by Fox and Rabbit. So if you're not part of the Facebook group, go and join it, because they really have some nice exclusives that are only available through that group. And how it works is Julie, I can't say her name right, but Julie will post a link, and you follow that link, and that's how you can order the exclusive kit. So I also ordered a couple of charts from Country Stitches Online, which is Brenda Gervais' online shop. I ordered Be Thankful. I think it was Good Cheer, and another one. Can't remember. But I know I wanted it a lot. So you can't remember it, but and that's it really. I haven't done any other internet shopping lately. I mean, that's enough, right? That's about it. I have some plans to continue working on the stocking. I am going to probably work a little bit more on Live on Little. I would like to get Harriet Goddard finished, like I said before, but I don't. Looking at the chart and showing it to you, I don't know that's going to happen. It's a good bit of stitching still. I mean, it goes fast, but I don't want to put that pressure on myself. I'm enjoying it. I did finish Sarah Fletcher this month, so I had a lot of finishes, I think. And 2 FFOs for the month, not bad. I would like to start a new fall piece, but you have to vote and tell me which one to do. And I will put a poll up, I think, later on my Instagram story. So if you want to vote that way, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll put a poll up in my Instagram stories on those 2 fall charts, and you tell me which one I should start tomorrow. This will be a quickie. So head on over to my Instagram, and I think we're up to the campfire story part. So this is the part of my Flosstube where I tell a little story about something that happened to us when we were camping over the years, because we've been camping for a long time. So if you don't want to listen to that, I'm done with the cross stitch, I think, for the most part, and I'll see you next time. If not, stick around. I kind of looked through my list this morning. I made a list when we were on vacation. My husband and I are driving, and I'm asking him for, what do you remember? Like, give me some stories you remember. So I love birds, and I love owls especially. And we were, they're nocturnal. So, well, most of them are nocturnal. So you really don't see them unless, I mean, it's not like you see a robin. He's out on the front lawn. You don't see him at your feeder. Owls don't come to your feeders. So I really love owls. My mom really loved owls, and it's kind of like a special thing with me and her and my sister. So we were camping. We actually had our pop-up at the time. So we were camping in the White Mountains in New Hampshire, campground called Hastings, and it's changed quite a bit. It used to be planted pine trees, tall. So it had one loop, and in the center it had like a clearing, like a small clearing surrounded by pine trees. Had tall pines everywhere in that area. So we had the pop-up, and I was back at the campsite. I was in the screen house because we had a screen room attached to the pop-up. If you camping in Maine, it's like, what do they say? The mosquito is their state, whatever bird. You're by the water, so it's very buggy. Anyway, so we had this greenhouse up, and I was cooking, and the kids and my husband were down at the little river that runs behind the campground. And I'm cooking, and I hear this racket. I mean, it's a bird, and it's like shrieking and yelling, and I was just like, what is going on? Like, the big commotion. And I stepped out from underneath the screen house to look up. And as I do that, here comes this robin, like, whoa, flying like right over my head. And right after it is a barred owl. Now, I have never seen this. It was still daylight. I was just like, what's going on? This owl wanted this robin badly. And of course, the robin did not want to be caught. So they were just running all around the campground. And I turned my burners off because I was like, oh, I have to get a picture of this owl. And I went and I grabbed my camera and I start walking around the loop. And it's not very big. I think there's only like, I want to say 20 sites tops, maybe. Maybe I'm remembering that wrong, but there are not a lot of sites. And I'm walking around and it's got real quiet. Robin's gone. He's not shrieking anymore. And I stop in front of this campsite. Now, we were pretty much the only ones in the campground. This was probably midweek. And I hadn't filled up for the weekend. And I'm standing in front of this campsite, this empty campsite. And I'm just, trying to listen and look. And I feel like something's watching me. Because there is. And I looked up. And sitting right in front of me in the pine tree is the owl, just looking at me. Which was the coolest thing ever. I wish, this is way long ago. So, of course, I didn't have my iPhone. I had my camera. So I wish if I could find the picture that I took of him sitting in that tree. And he was just like, yep, I'm sitting in a tree. I'm an owl. And beautiful. It's not a barn, it's a barred, B-A-R-R-E-D. They are pretty, I don't want to say prevalent, but they're around marshy streams, creeks, rivers. They nest. So I was so excited. And my husband and my kids had come up while I was walking around, and I told them what happened, and they said they had heard the commotion too. And my husband was like, I wonder if they're nesting behind the campground, because it seemed like that, seemed like it was chasing it for, obviously he wanted to catch it. But so my husband had, I think the next day or so, he took a walk around. There was a loop that went around the campground and around the little river. It was a little stream, actually. And he comes back from that and he's like, come on, we're taking the kids, we're going on a hike. And I'm like, I don't like to hike. I'm not a hiker. He's like, no, you're going to want to see this. Come on, let's go. So, and he goes, it's not far. It's like 5-10 minutes tops. We'll be there. So we leave the campground, go on the road a little bit. Right behind the campground, there was a bridge with a little trail. Walk along the little trail, which is on the other side of the stream from our campsite. Walk back there a little bit, and he just says, stop. And we all stopped. And he went, look. And there in the tree were 2 barred owls on a nest. And they were just sitting there watching us. And he's like, we're not getting any closer because we don't want, you don't want them to defend their territory. As they had babies in there and little owlets. And it's just amazing the things that you can see when you go camping. And you don't even really have to search. They kind of find you, I think. So same campground, same camping trip. We were sitting around the campfire a couple nights later, and now the campground is filling up, and it's probably a Friday night, so it's noisy. Lots of people are around. There's lots of campfires going around, and we're sitting at our campfire, and all of a sudden we hear this racket, shrieking, god-awful noises coming from one of the pine trees on right across the street from us around that clearing. And got our flashlights out, and the owlets that the mom and the dad owl were protecting, they fledged. And they were all sitting up in the pine tree, all of them. And they were all like, they were begging for food because they still wanted to be fed. It was so cool. It was just a very neat trip to see not just an owl, but see it more than one time and see the whole family. It was really cool. So that's my campfire story for this week. Owls in Hastings. So I hope you enjoyed it. Um, I will probably be back in 2 weeks. I'm excited because I am going up to Hobby House in October. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. That was my other bit of stitching news. So, yes, another trip up to New York State, upstate by Pittsford, and I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. It's one of my favorite shops, and I cannot wait to spend some time up there. So, I'll probably be doing a Flosstube in between now and that trip, and that's about it. So, um, hope everything is going okay with everybody. Stay healthy and safe and stitch away. Bye.